Emlékszem, hogy annó nagyon szerettem volna ezzel a játékkal játszani. Nagyon, hát viszonylag nem is az, hogy sok helyen megnéztem. Azt tudom, hogy természetesen Janinál néztem, és utána muszáj voltam videókat nézni arról, hogy akkor most mi a tököm történt, és mi a tanulság. Azt hiszem, több kimenetele lehet a játéknak, de akkor se fogtam fel, hogy akkor most végül is mit hogy kell értelmezni, és utána pedig így feledésbe merült a játék, de igazából nem gond, mert most már van hozzá magyarítás, úgyhogy tudjuk magyarul játszani, szóval megérte várni. Igazából nem tudom, mikor készült el, de most jött az ihlet, hogy pótoljuk ezt a játékot. Úgyhogy nem tudom, ki ismeri, ki nem. Az biztos, hogy láttam már, de azért a spoilereket mellőzzük, mert nagyon kevés dologra emlékszem belőle. És be is rekedtem. Na, nem tudom, hogy mennyire lesz hangos az elején, majd sikítsatok. Pár dolgot már beállítottam. A hangot még... Hát leveszek.
Non male questa fotografia. La macchina funziona perfettamente a quanto pare.
Ezt nem akartam. Streamer mód be. Ez mit jelent? A zene miatt? Talán, nem tudom, mindegy. Kapcsoljuk be. Kérdés, hogy olasz legyen a hang, vagy inkább angol. Azt hiszem olasz az eredeti. A szöveg így is úgy is magyar lesz. Ja, ezen gondolkoztam én is. Rangolul nyomjuk. Hát, ez így nagyon jó lesz most. Akkor nyomizzuk. Remélem jó helyen lesz így a chat, meg minden. Nekem ez a fényerő így nagyon jó lesz most. Igen. Most már csak olvastam. Durva játék lesz, úgyhogy saját felelősségre nézzétek majd. Így van, itt tudunk segítséget kérni. Ha baj van. Nem szabad. Nekem se, de már mindegy.
Ciao, I'm Julia. Julia Kay. I'm glad you are here. Nobody has visited me in ages. It's been years now. I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to begin.
Maradszol meg.
Not a bad photograph. It seems that the camera works perfectly.
There is so much that I should start from my childhood, but my
Tudom nektek ez ennyire hangos egyébként.
Not a bad photograph. It seems that the camera works
memories of
perfectly.
these times are vague. I only remember the summer of
Komoly grafika.
1929, when they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
Hát nem ajánlom az evést, de azért ennyire sűrűn nem lesz gusztustalan. Azt hiszem. 1929
Will you
nyara.
tell me the story of the White Lady?
No, little sparrow. Not tonight. A fog is coming, see?
Yes. I know that when it's foggy, the lady kills young women. But why is she so evil?
You see, Julia, pain and suffering can make us do evil things, even if we're not actually bad.
Just like soldiers have to kill other soldiers. I like the lady I've decided, Nanny. She must be in so much pain. The poor dear. She still scares me a little, though. Soon I'll be a young woman, and she could kill me. Does she kill those who love her?
Of course not.
That makes me feel better because I love her. But what about Martha? Would she be in danger?
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Now, go to sleep, little sparrow. It's getting late.
Okay, Nanny, I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful. Yes, very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Listen, Nanny. Since the lady won't harm me because I love her, and since you're not a young woman, could you tell me her story? Even if it's foggy outside. Please. Oh, please. Then I'll sleep. I promise.
Oh, all right. You always get your own way.
I loved Nanny and I loved that story. Every time I heard it, it sounded like a new and more mesmerizing tale. Every night I would ask her to tell me about it, even though it scared me. Even now I can remember every single day of that time and how happy I was.
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit of a young woman who was killed by the man she loved. She was expecting a lover's stroll by the lake, gazing out at the old tree growing on the lake's island. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her.
Felszólalom.
Oh, the poor dear. That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, Poppet, but that's the way it is, and we must learn to deal with it.
Okay, I'll try. But it makes me so mad. Keep on reading, Nanny.
In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy. So he was hanged on the small island, in the middle of the very same lake where he had killed the girl. They searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found.
Ilyen cuki mese amúgy.
Since then, her spirit, known as the White Lady, has been imprisoned in the depths of the lake. She grieves eternally for the loss of the man she loved.
Valentin.
When fog arises, the
Igen.
White Lady is known to leave the waters of the lake and roam the woods, looking for her long-lost love in vain. Within the fog of dawn, hunters have claimed to hear the wailing of a woman in the distance.
I'm a little scared of this story, even though I like the lady.
Should I stop reading, my little sparrow?
No, Nanny. Daddy always tells me that fear must be faced. Go ahead.
Okay, honey. Every time the sad memory of the night she perished stirs in her soul, she takes the life of a young woman by slaying such a life in its youth. Even just for an instant, the lady feels free from the burden of her pain.
Remek.
Good night, Nanny.
Good night, my love.
I spent almost 3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy. My memories do not return until 15 years later, in 1944, when I stayed in that house. I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place.
Mhm. Jaj. Tartani kell, bocsánat.
Reel off the film. Open the camera. Remove the old roll of film. Put the new film in. Close the camera. Load the film. Activate the timer. Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus. There's something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is.
Csak egy hullanyugi.
What? Is that a person? I must help them.
Oha.
I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible. I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared. I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was. It was my sister, my twin, a part of me, dead. Impossible to comprehend. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think. I have to stay calm.
Bocsánat, ez nagyon borzasztó, nem ezt akartam. Nagyon-nagyon furi.
Martha is not dead.
Jó, most már jobb. Na,
It's
itt a
not possible.
tekercsek.
It's not true.
Pedig
There's no
elég jól
need to
néz
worry.
ki.
Everything is fine. Everything will be fine. I have to stay calm. Martha is not dead. It's not possible. Martha, February 26th, 1923.
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
Hát ez nem... Sajnos nem az emlékére.
What are you doing?
Go, Erik! Run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I didn't want the moment to fade, so I meekly nodded my head. I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone.
Tehát ahogy felvettük a
I would have to
nyakláncot,
pretend to be Martha. Forever.
gondolom. Édesanyja azt hitte, mi vagyunk Marta. Ő ezek szerint süket. Mi meg hát nem ellenkeztünk, mert hogy így kaptunk némi szeretetet. Egy nappal. Basszeg. De miért akad? Vagy mi történik? Jó. Kereszt jele.
O Lord who gives life to the dying, let your sacrifice of love be offered for Martha's soul. Into your hands I also entrust my spirit, so that I may be reunited with her in perpetual light, to never suffer the desolation of purgatory. Please grant her eternal rest, O Lord, and may eternal light shine upon her.
Erik, did you remember to light the candles in the hall? People will be here soon.
Mummy always finds something for everyone to do.
Érdekes pontok megjelölése. Ja. Aha. Jó.
Daddy's canes. They are so beautiful, but I can't say why, but they have always scared me.
Mondjuk meg kutyafej van rajtuk.
The only way people could tell Martha and me apart was by dressing differently. Even Mother couldn't tell us apart. This painter was a friend of Grandpa's. I always loved his paintings. As a child, I used to look at them for hours. Mummy and Daddy. They are the epitome of wealth and elegance. But pain pays no heed to money and style.
Hát mi vagyunk Julia, a tesóm meg Márta, aki itt fekszik és elvileg halott. De ugye amikor megtaláltuk a testét, akkor elvettük tőle a nyakláncát, és arra rá volt írva a neve, meg hogy mikor született, és mi azt felvettük. Valószínűleg ezért hitte édesanyánk azt, hogy mi vagyunk Márta. És ugye mi most azt tettetjük, hogy ők vagyunk. Tehát ők azt tudják, hogy Julia halt meg. És akkor, mint kiderült, Márta volt a süket, de mivel mi neki adjuk ki magunkat, ezért most úgymond mi vagyunk azok. Szóval röviden a válasz igen. Jó.
Books, books, and more books. In our villa there must be 10 times more than even here.
Kúria.
Daddy must be devastated. He loves me. I messed up and now I have to watch him suffer my death. I can at least light the candles and let him find some comfort in sleep.
Mi? Mi az, hogy a te halálodat?
These hunting rifles are not Daddy's. He never went hunting. Nanny must have left them here.
A dadus, a puskákat? Elnézést.
Daddy's oboe. We were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is.
Obo a duett. Na, egy ki.
Daddy, Mummy, and my grandparents. It seems almost impossible that Father is a soldier. Mother would have been more suitable if she wasn't a woman.
Apa katona. Én nem tudom, mi van a dadussal. De azért durva, hogyha... Most ezzel mi van? Ja, értem. Nos, gyújtó. Amúgy mi menő már? Nekem is kell egy ilyen.
When you're done, can you come and get the flowers, please? Or send Martha if you like.
Never a
és...
moment's peace. Even at a time like this. She can't sit still for a second.
Mivel azt hiszik, hogy ugye nem hallok, ezért hát ha mondanak majd valami szaftosat.
I can't turn it off. We have to listen to the radio all of the time. Any news and announcements can be vital.
Ott van Budapest. Mindjárt ott lesz. Nem tudunk oda tekerni.
Is someone coming to get these damn flowers?
When Mummy asks for something, there's no
Na,
escape.
jó volt. Köszi. Ez mi?
July
Telegramma.
17th, 1944. Our family is deeply saddened and is thinking of you during this extremely difficult time. Ernesto E. and family.
Aha, tehát kaptunk egy... Vagyis nem mi kaptunk telegramot.
July 17th,
Yeah, igen.
1944. Our hearts are with you and we share your grief in the wake of the tragic loss of your dearest Julia. July 17th, 1944, Ministry of War. Director General for Conscripts and NCOs. We are grieving over your sudden loss and we send you our heartfelt condolences. The Lieutenant
1944-ban
Colonel, Rapporteur.
kaptunk, vagy hát nem mi, mondom a szüleink telegramokat, hogy
An old painting.
részvételt
I
nyilvánítsanak.
find it so sad. It communicates a sense of deep solitude to me.
Do I have to do everything as usual? Erik, Get a
There's
move
no
on.
reason to use the phone right now. I better go or she'll end up getting seriously angry. The telegraph box. I know how to use it. Daddy taught me.
Akkor ennyi. Itt mi van? Jó, még ezt megnézem.
I don't need that right now.
Megyek már anyához. Na, nyugi. Meg tud haragudni, hogyha mondjuk nem megyünk oda. A faszért nem nyitott be, ha itt áll. Már bocsánat.
Everything always has to be perfect with her.
Hova? London hív. Aha, ez valami. Code. És mit csinálják virágba? Ja, jó. Bim bam.
What's happening? Who closed the door?
Hallo?
Erich, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here, of all places?
What? Hmm? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
Ah, azt hittem valami szaftos
What
lesz.
are they talking about?
You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No, no. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irena? Julia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Julia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Julia's fault, isn't it? Her fault for Martha being deaf and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this? Julia is dead, Irene. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all. You're crazy.
Kurva, de
I'm the
megijedtem.
crazy one? Me?
Igen, egy kicsit. Most egy kicsit.
They have done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Julia. My poor, sweet, crazy girl. What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? Nothing. I miss you, Julia. I miss you.
Ne nyíj ki.
While American bombings continue to devastate the peaceful towns within the Elsa Valley, we have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich K. was murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hope to find out.
Én is Enci, nyugi.
Mother didn't seem to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died. And it was better for me too that people thought that. But the guilt began to consume me. That's when I started having horrible nightmares.
Hát ezt nem ígérem, hogy nem lesz többje. Mi? Én. Nem én. Marta, igen. Elvesztette. A saját lelkét. Gondolom. Elvesztette a saját lelkét. Azt az eget. Hallottam. A személyazonosságát. Ajajaj. Tessék. Úgy bazd meg. Ezt már elfelejtettem. De én nem akarom. Azt nem lehet, hogy én nem csinálom. Vajon úgy lesz stream kompatibilis a játék, hogy cenzúráz? Az mondjuk úgy béna lesz. Mondjuk szemteni cenzúrán. Persze, vegyük fel. És most mi van? Semmi. Jó.
It was just a dream. A horrible dream. That horrendous woman and the face of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality. This is Martha and me at the festival of the patron saint. It was only a few months ago, and now... Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh. Expressions that she couldn't quite imitate. She used to say that those were the signs of my soul. Can a photo capture the soul? Can I capture Martha's soul?
Béka. Jó.
Scary fairy tales. Everything seems to be scary lately. Yet everything here is so beautiful and bright.
Ilyen szép képek. Ja, nem.
This is Martha's trinket box. It could contain something that will help to figure out what happened.
Aha. Kell akkor egy kulcs hozzá.
Our beautiful home. In spite of everything, I prefer being here. Martha's clothes. To me, wearing them will be like having her with me. Mummy will also be happy to see them. Or I could wear my clothes in the other wardrobe.
Vagy a Márta ruháit veszem fel, vagy a sajátomat.
Even more scary fairy tales.
Tű, baszod. Hát ezek nem a Disney változatok, azt kell mondjam. Hát
It's July 18th.
9, vagy mi? 44. július 18-a van.
It's about 9:30.
És fél 10.
Here's the whole family together. A very rare thing indeed.
Ott az én vigyóm.
I always keep my trinket box locked.
Jó, véletlenül se tudjuk akkor kinyitni.
Oh gosh, if Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together.
Lapó. Körül
The
lesz a
butterfly
valaki.
collection that Daddy made for me.
Igen, amúgy azt akartam összefoglalni, hogy akkor apa kedvelt minket, vagyis Juliát, és most olyan nagyon megrázta a dolog. Legalább őt, ugye? Jót.
My dress. The one Martha wore when she was...
Ja, Márta a mi ruhánkat viselte, amikor meghalt.
Nanny will be visiting me soon.
A dadus meg fog... Az a dadus, hogy él, ha már akkor is lős volt. Na mindegy.
I still like to have the books and games from when I was little with me.
Na, és itt van a mi szekrényünk.
Can I be Martha without her clothes? Mummy never wanted us to swap, so I don't know how she will take it. I could wear Martha's clothes instead, in the other wardrobe.
Azt ugyanez van ott is. Jó, hát az álca érdekében most nyilván a Márta ruháját vesszük fel. Nem tudom, legyen ez a pöttyös. The Magician. Hát oké. Nagyon szépek vagyunk.
Everything I need is always in my bag.
Az mi az B betű?
The key to my trinket box.
Aha, itt a kulcsodobozhoz. Jó, ugye ez van névről szóló
Here is my
dobozka.
diary.
Aha.
July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new chapter in my life, a new diary. They say they brought us here for our own safety, Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now. July 16th, 1944. There's something creepy about the woods. Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the White Lady playing tricks on me. I get weird ideas. I think that there is this presence. Then I think I'm just being crazy. Anyway, crazy or not, I want to take some pictures. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd say I'm excited. I've made arrangements with Martha. She's coming to the lake with me tomorrow to set up 2 new cameras with timers, and we'll see what we can photograph. Not before a good swim, of course. To be honest, Martha doesn't like photography all that much, and recently she's gone off swimming too. But she does like spending time with me by teasing me. Then, when she gets bored, she disappears into her books, and I do my own thing. We feel right when we're together.
Értem. Tehát akkor most a...
I'll be right there. I'm just going upstairs to call Martha down for breakfast.
Ajaj.
Fine, but I'm not sure we should let her sleep all day. What do you think? What did you say? Okay, I won't wake her up. I'll just turn on her light. So when she wakes up, she'll know when to come down for breakfast.
They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them. I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble.
Nem akarjuk visszazárni, vagy ilyenek? Meg ezt is. Hát jó. És ez a térkép. Abból. Szóval a dadus nekünk adta a házát, mert apci katona, és gondolom meg amúgy tehetősek is vagyunk, tehát gondolom bujkálnunk kéne valahol. És ja, most akkor így itt vagyunk. De hogy ugyanaz a kulcsó ide is
This is not the right key.
Azt hittem.
I must get her key if I want to know what's inside her trinket box.
Ja, Happy, köszi, hogy benéztél. Mi újság? Menjünk.
How wonderful the snow is. Unfortunately, it doesn't snow often around here.
Aha.
There's no shortage of paintings in our house. Mum is passionate about painting.
Ha, anya
Dad
festő.
loves these prints of Florence. I find them a bit sad.
Akarok futni. Kajakóma, adom. Mit tettél? Júlia.
As a child, when I spent those short years with the nanny, this was my room.
Ah.
It's locked. Strange. Why did they lock my room?
Ez volt kiskorunkban a szobánk, de most zárva van.
Mummy's family coat of arms.
Oh.
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes, yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irena. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera, are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irena. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Julia. I will take it away soon. I promise. The thought makes me so sad. Seeing it there is as if... I don't know how to explain it.
All right. But let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
Mummy is right, though. Martha always read everything. It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time. Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them. During deep winter, I would go to sleep snuggled by the fire and Nanny would get angry. Do you want to turn into a piece of charcoal, Julia? These plates are not ours. Nanny left them here. I remember them well. Daddy says that our wine, which is produced here, is extraordinary. I hate wine. I prefer beer.
Ez igen, sörös hiányok vagyunk. A fotós gép. Na, köszönöm.
For Julia, to take more and more photos. Dad.
Hát ezt le is nyúljuk, ugye? Miért is ne?
I can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph a sparrow. There are so many of them out
Majd
here.
megnyitom a célokat, mert már kösz, el is tűnt. Nagyon jó.
There might be birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them.
Jó van. Vagy ez most erre mondta?
Bread,
Elnézést.
butter, jam and coffee. Martha's typical breakfast. I prefer honey and milk, but I'll have to adapt to her tastes, obviously. Chocolate,
Na,
a privilege for few people in these times.
csoki. Vágesz. Hát akkor örülök, hogy megérte a második lehetőség. Na jó, olvassuk el ezt. Popóló.
Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Martha was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth. Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges.
Politikai indíték.
Firm bulwark even in the skies. 159 aircraft of the Germanic defense shot down in 24 hours. Major Russian operation northwest of Jassy. Enemy convoy lost in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk.
Popoló.
Julia Kay. Distressed but supported by faith. Irenei the mother, Erich the father, and Martha the sister sadly announced Julia's passing. The funeral will take place in La Romola, Thursday, July 20th at 9:30 p.m., departing from the property of the deceased.
Akkor ez holnap van, vagy holnap utánja?
First improvements in food registration. Bread rations increased by 50 grams per day as of April 20th. A kilo more every month of soup ingredients. Reforms to the treatment of agricultural workers and an unexpected distribution of jam.
Hát igen. Na. Itt mi van?
I liked watching Nanny as she cooked. I always picked up loads of techniques.
Konyha.
Dante's Inferno illustrated by Dore, always hanging cheery things.
Mondanám, hogy érdekes, de ebben az időben lehet, hogy nem volt szebb illusztráció.
War, always war, even in paintings. These masks, I remember them vividly. I always tried to escape their gaze. One of Daddy's many photos. Who knows who these other people are?
Családi fotó, amin biztos, hogy ismerünk mindenkit, ugye?
Old photographs that Father took of this house. We are so lucky. In these difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce.
On the day of St. Alexis, the battle rages in the city tormented by Anglo-American bombing. Our Lady of Carmel, a company of the Falchion
Florence,
Regiment,
July 15th, 1944.
forcing the French
General
to retreat
Erich
to
K.
Piazza del Mercato.
As per our
Ah.
prior agreement, we are
Tábornok
sending you
apukánk.
military encrypted communication material. The device must remain hidden and secret. Hail. Feld Mascherallo, Carl H.
Basszus.
What the hell? For a moment I thought I saw... No, that's not possible. It must be this whole situation making me see things that don't exist.
Ne flashelgessé? Ez most nem kell nekünk, ugye?
I don't need that right now.
Jó. Fényképezek már verebet, nyugodj meg. Ide is le lehetne menni, ha? Mindegy. Verebezzünk akkor. Hát addig ott taszalódik, úgyis 2 nap múlva temetik, most hova siessen. Bizé. Igen, ez kell nekem. Jaj, bocsánat. Aha, rejtett elemek lehetnek a képeken. Aha. Mehet a madárka. Na, állj le. Most honnan tudjam, hol a fó? Mi? Most engem felcsesztek? Hát túl messze vagyok, jó. Igen. Éles, jó. Na az isteni. Okéka. Mondom, oké.
Excellent. I've taken the picture, now it's straight to the dark room in the cellar to print it.
Hát a fényképezőgéppel valóságban se egy
Daddy recently became a
kattintás.
general in the German army. He used to take pictures on the front lines, but now he gives me the materials to take photographs instead. Now that Martha is gone, only this camera can fix my ideas and my memories. I can't
Jó.
allow myself to forget.
Akkor lemegyünk. Semmi baj. Köszid el. Haha, erre várt.
Mummy's sewing machine. She learnt how to sew because nobody else could do it to her liking.
Azt tegyük már zsebre.
These could be of use to me.
Na. Köszönöm. Jaj. Ja, bor. Jó, nyugi.
Our wine. Daddy is so proud of it. These workbenches fascinate me. I would love to learn carpentry. This is where Nanny's husband made my dolls. The puppets I used to play with were made here. I never knew that when I was a child. They always told me that a fairy brought them. I didn't really believe them, but it was nice to think that.
Dadus férje. Csinált nekünk babákot.
When I was little, these barrels seemed enormous. I thought I could live inside one.
Akadjál már, mi baj van?
I don't like wine all that much, but I go crazy for our dessert wine. It is very sweet. Lorenzini haberdashery. 5 meters of grey cotton fabric. 6 meters of white linen fabric. 4 meters of green satin. Delivered on June 5th, 1944. In the event of an issue, contact us on the number 6987. And this red fabric? It's not been mentioned. Could this also be one of Mummy's, or could the nanny have left it here? This fabric is not new to me, yet I do not think I have ever seen it in the house. Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good?
Aha. Ó, már megyek már.
Daddy set up his darkroom here. He doesn't take photos anymore because of his work, but photography is still his true.
Leveszem nagyra a minőséget. Nem tudom, hogy emiatt akad-e.
true passion. I'm allowed to use the darkroom when I want to. There are 3 baths when developing photos. The development bath, then the first rinse, and then the fixing bath. The second rinse is done directly in the sink afterwards.
Na, hívjuk elő a fotót. Nagyító, oké. Jó, tehát a valóságban 3 fürdőzés kell ahhoz, hogy előhívjunk képeket, de most ezek meg van egyszerűsítve, ez is. Jó, ezt szeretném előhívni. Jó. Tehát a 3 körnek egy helyen kell lennie. Jó.
Not a bad photograph. It seems that the camera works perfectly. Now I can take a self-timed photo for Martha's frame.
Tegyük az albumba. Na, jó. Akkor itt most magunkról nyomunk egy selfie-t.
The camera is set up with the self-timer.
Mosolyogjunk. Ja, kivettük a tekercset.
It's always a thrill to develop a photo. You can't see anything at first, yet something invisible is captured on the black film, a kind of ghost. That invisible breath then returns to reveal the reality from which it was torn. There are those who say that photography steals the soul or captures it. That's why they used to photograph the dead. But nowadays, almost nobody does it anymore.
Biztos lesz
Even if
valami.
it's just a delusion, I want to photograph Martha. I want to have a small reflection of who she was with me. But I have to do it secretly or they'll think I'm crazy. Yes, this is me. No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha. It's strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone.
Jó, mégsem.
I was obsessively thinking about Martha and what had happened, but suddenly a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind? Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls. They would tell a different story, I was sure. But deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory. Of course the door is locked. The keys aren't hanging on the lock as usual, then they will be in Daddy's study. We live in fear now. My parents are not going to let me go to the lake anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up.
Elnézést. De miért csinálod ezt, nem áll?
Daddy's stuff. War maps. I've heard everything will play out on this new defensive line.
Mhm.
Here's the camera flash. Now I can photograph Martha even in the dark.
De jó. Kulcs. Gondolom anya itt fest. Itt még valami. Jesszus, ilyenkor mi történik? Nem tudtam, hogy ők itt alszanak, pardon. Mentem is. Írtunk valamit?
July 18th. Everything has changed. I feel like a different person. The best part of me left with Martha. My enthusiasm, my desire to live, and the will to joke around. I find myself alone, left to my own devices, confused with no desire or expectations. I was handling the cameras at the lake and there was a floating body on the water. I don't remember what I was doing before. Yet another memory lapse. That lifeless body was Martha's, my sister. Mummy ran up to me and hugged me, thinking I was Martha and that I, Julia, was dead. I didn't correct her mistake and now it's too late. If they find out I have been fooling everyone, I don't even want to think about it. I feel terribly guilty pretending to be Martha, pretending to be deaf. I took the photo for Martha's frame. I know it's too late now, and I felt incredible pain placing the picture. I said goodbye to her forever in that moment. I realized she was gone, and there was no going back. I must do one thing for Martha. I must find out what happened. The partisans couldn't have killed her. That's just ridiculous. Lapo is my friend, and he is one of them. He loved us so much. We know all of them, so it's just impossible.
Hát itt még nem érződik a háború, mert hát ez is a cél itt, hogy bújdosoljunk itten. Na.
I don't have the courage to use the phone. Not right now.
Önös gyújtó. Jó. Let's go. Lámpa. Ajó Isten. Notó alul. Odáig el kell menni. Tehát itt lemegyünk, és majd balra megyünk el. Igen, tök olyan volt, mintha a játékban lenne. Mert biciklizni egyet. Ez mi? Ja, oda le tudom tenni. Megyed vissza? Nem tudom, hogy hol van a...
It's dangerous using a gas lamp indoors. I could set something on fire. I should put the lamp down before entering the house.
Hol van? Ne akadj ott már. Nem tudnék kimenni ott mostan. Jó, jó fele. Jó fele. akkora.
I love the night, but this night scares me. In the dark.
Na bocsánat, szóval itt a középső
I can feel all the harm I've caused.
erre
It's
jövök.
getting closer with each step. I feel it brushing up against me like a cold wind. I hurt Martha. The closer I get to the lake, the more certain I am of this.
Biztosak
could it
vagyunk
not be?
benne.
I killed her to steal the love that everyone
Normális
felt
vagy.
for her.
Áú, lefejeltem a mikrofont, sajnálom. Szóval biztosak vagyunk benne, hogy megöltük a tetyánkat. Vagyis, hogy bántottuk.
It didn't feel for me. How could I have done such a thing?
Ó. Izé. Mert a fotóbb is. Túl sötét. Jó volt az a hang az előbb. Szia, Queen! Jó, nagyon jók vagyunk, mert...
German soldiers. Daddy ordered patrols to be carried out near the house, but how could they have lost a helmet? God only knows.
Itt a híd. Nem tudom, mik ezek az akadások benne. Kicsit fura. Jó helyen vagyok. Ja. Köszi. És azért annyira nem jött be.
Oh no!
Jaj,
Damn lamp! Luckily I still have my lighter with me.
hát nézgessél már. Szevasz. Igazából tök mindegy, hova megyek, mert mint 3 helyre el kell vennem a...
The cameras are somewhere around here.
Itt van egy kamera.
A shred of fabric here in the woods. How strange. Let's take a photo of it. 2 cameras left.
Jó. Igen, eléggé felkavaró játszani. Mit élettelen? Vagy mi életlen?
How could it have ended up here? It looks familiar.
De hát, hogyha játszok, most már felfogom, hogy az anyámról is szól. Vagyis, hogy akkor most mi történt pontosan. Még egy. Erre a külzsebre.
One more camera to collect.
Jó vacsi csinálást.
That's it. I've got them all. These films are going to help me understand what happened. Now I should rush home to develop them.
Aha, mindjárt futok is. De ne csináld már ezt, hülye játék. Nem erre kéne jönnöm? De. Ez mi? Hát hagyja már hülyeséget, de... Mi van? Engedj el! Baszott fingom nincs. Ami akkor nyomtam, nyugi. Mi? Akkor megyek erre, szavaztok. Ja, de jókkor nyomtam. Lehet tudni, hogy mi a tököm van? Elnézést. Aha. Ez milyen jó. Kicsik vagyunk. Ez a szobám hajtaj. Ja, ezt a... Elnézést. Megérteném, ha így néznek ki. Benne is van, hogy így néz ki. Jaj, most már tudom, mi lesz. És ez még nem most derül ki, nem tudom. Új. De. Ez ott egy baba volt. Bocsánat. Nem akarok megfulladni a saját testvérem ollózása közben, már bocsánat. Most... Jó. Nem tudtam menni, úgyhogy akkor...
Oh, it's another nightmare. She entered my dreams once more. Maybe she wants to talk to me. What am I saying? Fairy tales coming true. Yet I feel... No, these are the thoughts of a crazy person, and I'm not crazy.
Összeszörpöztük az
Damn
ányat.
it, what's all this blood? I'm not due yet, and there's a lot more than usual. What's happening to me? Am I going to be joining Martha sooner than I thought? I have to wash up and do what needs to be done. If I'm sick, I have little time. The truth awaits me. It must be hidden within those rolls.
De jól néztünk ki, ja nem? 3 nappal Marta halála után. Most akkor mi voltunk terhesek? Nem tudom. Amúgy minek öltözködtünk fel anyánknak, hogyha rohadtul nem is találkoztunk vele. Így megkérdezném. Aha. Bocsánat, le tudok akármiződni?
That's better. But I still don't understand all of that blood.
Neked a pisilés, a
It's never happened
megmosakodás,
to me
vagy mi
before.
van? Ja nem,
But I'm not going
bocsánat.
to tell my doctor.
Nem
Otherwise
az
he'll make me
volt.
stay in bed
Csak
and
úgy
rest.
hangzott. Jó. Vegyünk fel most egy fehéret. Jó. Tűnik vagyunk. Hoppá, dekoltás. Ja nem, ja de. De még mindig nincs kulcsunk. Holnap temetik a jányt. De ezt ne csináld már.
It's me with the nanny. Or maybe it was Martha. No one can remember.
Egy lyukatatyót.
It's very rude, but I could pick up the phone and listen to their conversation.
Hát természetesen már.
How are you doing today, Rennie?
I'm worried, Father. Very worried. We found more partisan tracks in the woods, right next to the house. That Lapo, I suspect he may be involved in the death of...
No, please don't say that. It's not possible. I know the boy and I don't...
Father, anything is possible in these dark times. Anything. That boy didn't even come to say goodbye to Julia. Didn't they love each other dearly?
He must be terribly scared, and Julia always used to say that.
Yeah, sure, she used to say they were just friends, but you know too, right? Friends are not supposed to do such things, Father. Or are they? But anyway, you're defending them both. You, my husband, and even the nanny who, deep down, is a good woman.
The nanny. I believe the nanny is the one who hurt Julia.
Me?
With her evil passion for those cards. They are cursed things. I hope you made them disappear.
Of course. I keep them safe in my room. Anyway, you must forgive me, Father. I have to go. They've come to pick me up. Have a good day.
You too.
Lapo's involved in Martha's death. My mother is losing her mind again. How could anyone even imagine such nonsense? And Don Attilio, he is a great friend, but what a weird view. Those cards are just a game, but most importantly, they're mine. Why on earth did they take them from me?
Már lehet kicsit bolond voltál, de... Na jó, mielőtt tovább megyünk. Donatilio, így van. Kérek újabb kis szünetet. Halló, Venci? Na, indulunk útnak. Itt az újság, olvassuk el, mert az fontos. A popolót.
The Superior Commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1. Whoever is in possession of weapons or explosives not reported to the German headquarters will be shot. 2. Whoever harbors bandits and or protects them and provides them with clothing and or weapons will be shot. 3. Whoever is aware of the existence of any rebel groups or even lone rebels without reporting them will be shot. Italian workers in Germany. The following rules are in place for workers who voluntarily work in Germany. A commitment of a maximum period of 1 year before returning to Italy. War rages on the Eastern Front. An attack launched by the Soviets after hours of cannonade. The fight on this front has been going on for a long time. Fighting in Normandy. Victorious Germanic counterattack on the road from Perriers to Carentan. Pont-Heber reconquered north of Saint-Lô. Many US losses caused by the flying bomb action.
Értem. Tudom, hogy tudja, hogy mi? Érted? És akkor most gyű anyád. Mármint semmi. Igen. Ja, le kell fotóznunk Mártát. Igen. Így nagyon jó le. Jó.
Done. It would be nice to have you always by my side, even if it's just a picture.
Mit tettél? Jól lefotóztuk. Meg kell keresni. Ja, a tarotkártyákat rejtettek el tőlünk. Hát azt mondjuk megértem. Megnézem akkor először azt.
Following the dramatic news from the countryside, Archbishop Toccarelli will protest with the French in the city for the raping being committed by invading troops. New ordinance for the safety of
25 ISO film. When the sun is high in the sky, it's
for
perfect.
anyone to leave their homes and walk the streets of San Cassiano. All windows, including
General
cellars,
Edict K.
house entrances, and
New
doorways
rules on curfew
must
and
remain
women's
closed
behavior.
night and day.
German command of S.
Population
Vincenzo
are advised to
Attori.
stay in their
Telephone
cells
number
or where these
1185.
Az
do not
igen.
exist. Churches and
Hulla
other
jobb.
large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders to shoot at people who are on the street or who are found looking out of their windows. I shall repeat for clarity. New ordinance for the
ja.
safety of citizens. From this
Dear
moment
mother, this is hard, but I have something to tell you. I found out that Julia is pregnant. Go to the lake tomorrow morning at 7 and watch her as she bathes. You'll see that her tummy is growing. Martha. What? I'm not pregnant.
Most
Why is
már nem.
everything becoming even more confusing?
Tehát akkor mi
I'm
voltunk
searching for an
terhesek.
explanation, but instead I'm left with more
Gondolom
questions.
voltunk, mert elvéreztünk, és ezt gondolom nem sok esély van
Herberton
arra,
again. I feel like these pills do nothing
hogy
other than
túlélte a
agitate her.
magzat.
Romola, 15th of July 1944. Dear Mrs. Irene, I'm writing to let you know that all is well here at the villa. Thank you for being so considerate and caring. I apologize for the simplicity of the housing you were forced to live in. I also locked the room where the little one used to stay as requested. I've left you the key. It is the one with the pink keyring. Try to stay safe. Best regards, Nanny. Why on earth did Mummy have that door locked? It was my room. What is she trying to hide?
Ott is van.
Here are my cards. Nanny and I always used to play with them. She would predict my future and I pretended to predict hers. The future was always good for everyone. Maybe when she read them, she saw my true future which she hid from me. Or more likely, these cards are actually just a stupid game to reassure and deceive oneself with. But deceiving oneself is sometimes necessary. How can we live happily otherwise?
Jó, tehát azért ezt mi nem vettük komolyan.
There are more and more weapons around, and everyone is scared after what happened. This is Mummy's jewellery. She wears them every day, even though Daddy says it's impractical and dangerous to show signs of wealth these days. As usual, she doesn't want to listen to reason and ends up arguing with Daddy until he goes to play war, as she says.
Bocs.
The keys to my old room are not here. Where are they?
Hoppá, fest anci. Nem tudom, valami. Lent sincs kulcs tartó. Itt mi van? Ó. Új kinézet feloldva. Menj már. Lehet jó azonnal. Jóslás, mert remete. Mértékletesség. Csillag.
The solution is still far away. I must be patient and wise. But luck is not on my side, unfortunately.
Hát ez nem volt valami pozitív. Na hívjuk elő azt a sok-sok fotót. Nem. Várjam, a saját házunkban nem tudom mi van. Itt kellene menni. Itt van.
A tripod is necessary to take photos with long exposures.
Na, most már mindenem is van. Na, ezt ne csináld. És hogy hívjam elő? Ó. Ez jó lesz. Értem. Vannak ám egy... Na. Haló? Értem.
A lens and a roll of infrared film. They can photograph what the naked eye cannot see.
Na most lesznek érdekes
I
dolgaim.
have found what I need to take infrared photos.
És akkor ezek meg objektívok.
With this lens, I can shoot very close up. With this lens, everything gets bigger. This lens increases the framed area. It allows me to fit more into the image. Blue filter, ideal for indoor photos. Orange filter, when there is fog, it improves the image by giving it some contrast. Red filter for super high contrast photos.
Ó, biztos meg fogom jegyezni. Én még azt éppen pont nem figyeltem, de egyébként szerintem alapvetően szép képe meg animációi vannak.
I have to be careful and keep the volume down as I listen. I must go unnoticed. I am
Valóban
meant to be deaf after all.
kidolgozott, nem csak ilyen hirtelen... Ó, de megijedt.
Julia, you ready?
Sure, Daddy. I'm good to start.
Szóval
I've
érted?
already started recording.
No, my voice will sound awful.
No way, come on. Didn't you want to study singing anyway?
No, I was young and stupid when I said that.
Okay, ready?
Go. Oh, how nice. It's the rehearsal for last week's concert. I never heard the recording. But I was right, my voice is awful. Cannot be called singing. Anyway, it's time I develop these film roles.
Ja, most
I can't
nem
wait
halljuk
any
a
longer.
zenét, mert a
I
streamer
wish I
mód
could
van.
just stop time.
Igazából én nem bánom. De biztos nagyon jól éneklünk. Na, hívjunk elő mindent
These
is.
images could change everything. I cannot bear the fact that I may have hurt Martha. I would rather die. Damn my head and these memory lapses. It's such a pain not remembering. It's like getting lost inside yourself.
Kicsit fura, hogy néha memóriazarunk van. Atya. Jó, ezt nem hívtuk még elő. Egy sisak. Ajaj. Repülők. És hát ezt átugrom, mert egy életben nem végzünk. Ez az anyag. Most nem írjak ki oldalt? Miért nem? Ezek szerint ez nem lett jó? Vagy ez csak egy ilyen plusz kép? Akkor nem ugorjuk át. Most nem tudom, mi történt. Nem, most nem mutatja. Hát jó. Mindegy. Azért elhelyezzük. Ezek itt nem tudom mik, de hívjuk elő Mártát. Tehát amilyen opcionális kép, annál nem mutatja a dolgokat.
A photograph is both the present and the past, like a dead body. I don't know what I'm expecting. Maybe it's silly to think you can capture the soul of someone who has died. Her face can't tell me anything anymore. I know that, really. Her lack of expression scares me. I don't even know whether to keep this blank photo with me or just throw it away.
Elrakjuk. Szóval nyilván elrakjuk, csak voice crack. És akkor a második oldalon már semmi nincs. Hát itt gondolom ez az egy érdekes, mert itt semmi nincs. Ja.
I'm carrying Martha to shore. I'm trying to save her. My memories, although fuzzy, do match reality. I feel a little better. Now I can find out who really hurt Martha. Maybe I should meet with the White Lady. She might be able to tell me something.
Mondjuk az, hogy a
Is
tóban
this
állsz
crazy
vele,
talk?
szerintem még nem
Yes,
azt jelenti, hogy
definitely.
megmentetted, de
What's
oké.
normal about any of this? Maybe you have to be a little crazy to get anything done.
Hát itt talán ez.
Yes, I've undressed and I'm about to dive in. This matches my memory.
Aha. Akkor itt van még valami. Szia, Krisz!
here I was running toward the pier, just as I remember.
Mizu? Jó, ennyi. Mik a feladatok? Menjek a tóhoz. Meg kell keresni a kulcsokat. Te is jól laktál, helyes? Te mit tettél? Hol lehetnek a kulcsok? Biztos itt a bornál, nem? Anyát picsány... Bocsánat. Aha. Azt mondja... hogy IR kell neki, ezt olyan könnyen meg tudjuk. Az a kék. Vagy, ja nem, ez kell, bocsánat. Meg ez kell. Már csak élesíteni kell. Nagyon jó. Aha, ez biztató. Igen, Nancy, kérdeztem, hogy mit tettél, csak hát ugye ignoráltál. Debreceni egészségedre, én ezt nagyon nem szeretem, de örülök, ha neked jó volt most nagyon. Én majd Milánóit fogok enni. Ez volt az, ugye? Bocsánat, de most, hogy haladjunk, ezeket átugrom. Aki a fény eleve menekül, az mögötte bújik meg.
What is this? A joke? Maybe someone wrote on the film? Also, what does that even mean? Lights, like divine light? Something to do with religion, maybe?
Csípős tészta az mindig jó. Ez amúgy szoba szerintem. Na. Hol lehetnek a kulcsok? Nem kérünk biciklit. Konyha. Jaj, már.
Nets for catching butterflies, poor creatures. I had so much fun with them. She leaves them everywhere. I think she's having too many and too often.
Ja, ez van mert gyógyszere. Hát itt sincs. Miért ugrik vissza a kép, hogy ez Isten? Semmi. Gondolom nem a WC-ben van a kulcs, bárki tudja. Mire lehet használni?
My mother's tailor scissors.
Jó. Akkor szerintem... Ha menjünk a tóhoz, mert most... Egyébben nem tudok csinálni. Vettél halakat? Mert te megérdemled, ugye? Hál' Istennek.
My bike. The wheel is deflated as usual.
Ó,
A
hogy-
bicycle pump will solve this.
Tegyem a biciklit be. Amúgy... Te cukik. Vannak bocik. Hát ez valami borzalmas. Istenért ugrálni így a kép. Ó, egy gecske is van.
It was always fun to watch the goats get milked. Ice was one of the more agitated ones and would always drive Nanny crazy. The cows. That must be Chinsey and her little calf. I was afraid of animals when I was little. I never approached them alone. This is the centre of our farm, but since we moved here, it hasn't worked like it used to. Security matters, Daddy says.
Most hol lesz pompa? Ó. Azt mondja, ez kell, meg ez kell. Bent lesz a pumpa valahol. Aj. Elnézést. Hát akkor gondolom, igen.
These are our vineyards. My father loved them so much that he constantly took photos of them.
Vagy lent lehet pumpa. Itt. Ja,
Here's the
jó.
bicycle pump.
Hogy ez így működik, értem. Nyomjuk. Bicikli. Az tök jó. Fixesen erre kell menni. Gyerünk. Jó. Nem fogok tudni erre menni. Mi a bicikli? Dupla szaltó, már. Most hol vagyok? De akkor... Hát, hogy hátul kéne elmennem a... bociknál. Hát, hogy csak én bicikliznék. Jaj, anya. Nem lehet dupla szaltózni, mert ez mindenben megakad. Az isteni.
I can't ride here. Better walk on foot.
Ezért jöttem biciklivel. Azek. Állj már lefele. Hova kell mennem? Pontosan. Hát a tóhoz kell. Na jó. Miért vannak itt legyek? Ajaj. Hol az is? Na mindegy. Jó. Már majdnem jól emlékeztem. Azt meg, de megijedtem. Normális. Kurva éget.
Hey! Los geht's! Hier lang! Hier drüben! Oh, hey! Vorwärts! Hier! Sie sind da lang! Verdammt! Los, laufen!
What is going on here? What are the soldiers doing? It's dangerous, I know, but I want to follow them and see what's happening.
Verdammt!
Oh God, please no. Lapo, my dear friend. What have they done to you?
Ott az az anya.
Your handkerchief was the symbol of what you believed in. At least that is left of you.
Ez a Ciao Bella feldolgozás.
Dear
Nagyon meg.
Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone and I cannot reconcile myself.
Bocsánat. Elnézést.
Du hast ein Mädchen erschossen, du Idiot! Scheiße, scheiße, scheiße! Was machen wir jetzt?
Sieh mal, was sie um ihren Hals hat. Sie ist eine von ihnen. Es musste getan werden.
Sie
Jo,
ist die
mondjuk nem
Tochter
voltunk
von
okosak.
General Erich K., du verdammter Trottel. Sie war die Freundin von diesem armen Kerl. Oh, verdammt, jetzt sind wir wirklich am Arsch.
Scheiße. Lass uns abhauen. Aber sie lebt noch.
Sie liegt im Sterben. Siehst du, wo du sie getroffen hast? Sie ist bestimmt schon tot. Wir müssen jetzt abhauen, sonst sind wir auch bald tot.
I'm dying, I thought, but strangely enough, I wasn't afraid. In fact, I was almost relieved. When I returned, I found myself once again in the midst of a bad dream. One whose meaning I did not understand at the time.
Jaj, ne. Ő Marta. Visszaadom. A te. Nem tudom. Sors. Ó, nem. A te. Külsőde.
I give you back your innocence. I give you back your innocence. I give you back your innocence.
Nincs itt.
I give you back your appearance.
Most. Elfizetek. Jó, akkor nem. Akkor látom. A saját. Szemeimmel.
Now
Pont.
I see with my now
Fejezetes. Hol a lába?
Two sisters were destined to die. Julia, the first sister, and Martha, the second. On Julia's day of departing, identical twins stood before me, impossible to tell apart. They questioned my presence, since they were still so young. Julia must come with me, I demanded, but they both claimed to be Martha. I explained that Martha's fate was soon to be the same, and their games were useless. I didn't have time for it. The war was keeping me busy. But they didn't concede, and instead kept insisting. Can we follow you together? No, impossible. Are you sure Martha will die too? Nothing is certain in wartime. What if the wrong person went with you? Then you would have cheated death. One would die unjustly, and the other would simply be delaying her fate. They discussed amongst themselves, then hugged before one of them came forward. She stared in a determined, almost threatening manner. I guessed it was Martha sacrificing herself, giving more time to her sister. But I stayed silent, not to reveal their failed deception. No one lies to the face of their own death. So I asked how their choice was reached. We drew lots by throwing a medallion, she said quietly. They had trusted in fate. Oh, how naive they were. They knew fate plays by its own rules, which is true, but it is also my ally. Fate never would have allowed the wrong girl to follow me. In that case, my work was done. She must have been Julia. However, little to my knowledge at the time, that blasted medallion had the same name engraved on both sides.
Me?
Martha's. So, my first assumption was correct. They were too damn smart, and had fooled both fate and me. One thing is for sure. I'll put things back where they belong. I will correct my ignorance and give fate back its blindfold.
Damn, this hurts so bad. I can hardly breathe.
Na, ma lesz a temetés.